Hello, welcome back to another online multiplayer battle. Today we're looking at a 1 versus 1. My enemy may have forgotten one minor group over here, but they were actually right in front of me, so I don't know if that was actually intentional or not. I'll show you my build in just a moment. It's my Imperial build called Carl's Hammer. I like it quite a bit. No, my bad. Carl's SUNMAKER. There we are. Goodbye, miners. You're having a bad day. You came to the wrong location to mine. You will not be mining anything here but salty tears, and we'll go look at my build right now. Alright, actually, I'll let it go on. I've got 4 great swords total. I brought in quite a few. We're using 15,000 gold right now to have even more men on the battlefield. I don't like using that much because usually you have people who have a poor connection to you who end up playing and things get rather messy. Now I'm beginning to move up. I've got my handgunners and halberds. I've got mini halberds and mini handguns. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 halberds total. I've got over here 2, 3, 4 gunners total. I've got an Imperial captain on my right flank. I've got another one on my left flank. I'm using their hold the line and their melee capabilities to actually fight in combat. I've brought a Archlector for buffing up my men. And I've brought 1 regiment of renown, the SUNMAKER, who's very, very good. Poor accuracy, I don't know if I believe that. Here's my worry about what they have. Let's go look at what they have right now. We're looking at iron breakers, long beards over here, more long beards. 3 groups of iron breakers total. Then we've got 3 groups of long beards total. Then we're looking at various organ guns and behind them cannons to dictate range. Then behind that we've got Thorgrim and a master engineer. My worry is that if I charge in, I die, which means I've got to be tactile about how I maneuver. My goal is to use my SUNMAKER to break them up a bit, to go after their cannon, to go after whatever I can. Initially, I begin to shoot at their iron breakers, but I want to move around. I can't just charge straight in. That wouldn't work out very well. I would die if I did that. My build right now is around flexibility, being able to maneuver, and that is what I focus on. I did not bring any knights at all. Even if I did, their defensive capabilities would be very high, and I wouldn't be able to really break in anyway. Which means my goal is to make them move around. That is really what I'm trying to do. And now I'm having my SUNMAKER go after their organ guns, and they're still hitting iron breakers and potentially longbeards who might get in the way later on. But that is what is going on right now. And they're being hit pretty darn hard. They're not having a good day. We've got even more that's about to launch at them. We keep on doing that. I only brought 1 group of artillery, and you can see how I'm able to beat them down because of it. I'm able to harm them, unlike them who are unable to harm me. And they're trying to move around, and I'm just kind of maneuvering all over the map. Our current battle is really all about maneuvering and being able to reach them. I could use my gunners to shoot their iron breakers or whoever I want. My gunners are crucial to what I'm doing here. They may have cannon, but I have the capability to shoot faster than they can. They've got to move around to shoot a lot more than I do. And they're all grouped up in long lines like they are right now, which makes it rather difficult for them to, well, look at me. They would have to kind of turn on over to the left and get out the way of another cannon group, and that isn't what you want. They're going to beat up 1 greatsword group, probably the one that you're looking at, getting smashed to pieces right now. But that's why I'm moving so quickly. I'm beginning to move up my handgunners, and you're about to see what is going to happen over here. It's pretty good. I'm going to begin shooting at, first, their long beards. I have armor piercing, which means that they're going to drop quickly. I've got my SUNMAKER over here now trying to hit their organ gun. I'm beginning to whittle down their crews a bit. But I have all these gunners now beginning to shoot at them. Eventually, they'll break. It'll happen. Organ guns, I mean, I don't know if they're actually worth their time. They do a lot of damage, sure, but their range is really way too short. I mean, sure, right now they're getting some kills in, but I'm still hitting pretty hard. Look at that. What I was able to hit them with. Eventually, I'll begin to shoot at their organ gun, which is what I'm doing right now. I changed up my target, and now I'm hitting that organ gun so that we can get rid of their crew quickly or even break them. Right now, they're broken. It's 1 group gone. They're still shooting up my handgunners, but that's okay. That's allowing all of my men to continue to maneuver. We'll actually keep that on so that all of you can watch what's happening. And they're over here, just dying. We're looking at Longbeards still being shot up. We're looking at Ironbreakers and Longbeards all away from the front line of the battle. I'm about to be out of rounds for my SUNMAKER, but they did quite a bit of damage, and now they're about to do more damage as I'm shooting at their crews, who are beginning to flee, and they're trying to move back right now. We've taken out 112, which for our sparse targets is really not too bad at all. 117 now. My handgunners are beginning to move back. I'm moving up my infantry. I have my heroes all together, the Archlector and 2 captains all together. I've got armor piercing everywhere. I'm beginning to pull back. I don't want them to be able to use their satchels, their explosive satchels, where they will throw them at me and do a lot of damage to me. So I'm going to pull back and draw them away. They can't really catch me easily, which means that I should be able to kite them. And over here, I'm beginning to move in a bit. They're beginning to hit me with satchels, and I'm moving back right now. That can do a lot of damage to me and easily break me down. That's why I'm trying to make sure that I kill them all. Like that. SUNMAKER is now done firing. We did a lot of damage. We've only got a few cannon crews left. They'll keep on shooting at me. One greatsword group got completely obliterated, but they only took out one. I've got many more that are okay. My Archlector charge in. I'm just kind of throwing in my infantry now because I can and I need to. If we go look over here, they're taking huge losses. I mean, they can throw satchels. I'll move back a bit, take only a few hits, and then I'll have another group hit them. I have multiple groups in every direction currently hitting them. That is why we're doing a lot of damage. I've got another group over here currently shooting more dwarves, and it's really going well. They can throw pretty far. I mean, look at that. Man, not bad. They're doing some big damage. Got a few guys flying around. That's okay, though. We're going to pull back and be okay. They killed 32 over here, 48 over here. We're looking at 61. My final group, 46 over here, and right now we're shooting at more of their crews. I'm trying to make sure that we take them all out. Thorgrim isn't near his men. I'm beginning to overrun their Longbeards. There's bound to be a little bit of friendly fire as well. I'm having some more infantry go after their crews right now. That way they're not shooting at me further. Again, we've caught them in a crossfire. They're trying to move around all over. And I've got Grand Shield of Faith, which is incredible. Archlectors are incredible at being able to buff up your group. They should be able to be upon a War Altar of Sigmar. Lore-wise, that would be appropriate. I hope that one day they do add that in. Iron Breakers are now being shot up. I'll have to move back eventually. But for now, we're going to maintain fire. We've got 1 minute and 40 left. Let's go look at it over here. I'm now fighting Thorgrim, who's buffing up completely. A Master Engineer isn't really that great. I don't know if they have been buffed up or not, but he's not going to get a lot of kills. He's only got a handful for the cost. I mean, I would rather a Runesmith. Or even a Thane with a bunch of potions. Look at the Ironbreakers now trying to move again. They're being shot from 2 sides. That's going to do a lot of damage. They're shaken. I've got another group over here now who's in range. And another one over here beginning to fire at another Ironbreaker group. They're losing a lot of men. Well, not men, but dwarves. Now they're beginning to waver. Sure, they may have hit me, but now they're beginning to waver. And we're still shooting them. Over here, we're still fighting various infantry groups and Longbeards, and I've negated their cannon. They have one group still kind of shooting at me. They'll probably get a few kills. But that's alright. Okay, their satchels are now over. I think we've gotten them. Another group eradicated. You definitely don't want that many things that dictate you being in a very small position. That's just not going to get you very far. Probably the most ridiculous hero in the entire game. Probably so. I can believe that. I've got halberds on him. The Master Engineer will not be here forever. 19 kills. Okay, you're doing a little bit better. I think they changed up how many he's able to kill with one shot, so that probably makes him a little bit better. But I've eradicated cannon. I only had to use 1 cannon. They're all beginning to rout now. After everything they lost, I mean, yeah, they're going to lose it all. They lost, or I lost, 388. They lost over 700. If we go look at what they spent here, they spent quite a bit. They were able to get a few kills, but their infantry were completely negated by my maneuvering. Alone, I used up my SUNMAKER to kill a lot of their cannon crews, or to weaken them at the very least, and to really just kind of whittle them down. You're looking at my Empire captains who did okay. I mean, really, my infantry didn't really get involved too much. I utilized range completely to dictate that battle, and maneuvering again to keep them on their toes. I mean, sure, they ended up getting a few kills, but if you look at it, I deployed more men. They may have killed a few more, but I killed even more with handgunners alone. Thank you for watching. I hope that you did enjoy this very good multiplayer battle, and if you would like to see more, let me know down below. Don't forget to leave a like and check out my Patreon, and as always, until then,